Three, two, one, fire. What fire?
We in the building, Uncle. I got to get my share game on.
Get it on, man, like Matter Stone.
I'm a little late. My bad, family. My bad when y'all do tap in. Let me tell y'all, my bad.
You ain't never late.
No, I was here on time, but what happened, I messed around because I threw up the wrong thumbnail and I had deleted the damn show. So it made me start it back over. You know which one to grab, turn on over there? We got to get that little message together too, Bear with me, family. I'm getting all this stuff going. Bear with me.
Gone.
I'm getting it going. Just bear with me. Man. Uncle's in the building. What's up, the lovely Felicia Martinez? That's the lovely one for New Jersey. You heard. Thank you for tapping in, beloved. Then we got Lane in the building. Shout out to Jed and his INA team. You heard.
Shout out to Jed.
Got the lovely Mama Quill in the building. You
Casket
heard.
Man.
You heard. We got the Queens. I love when the Queens tap in.
No doubt. That's who covers.
Sure do. Actually, now I'm saying let them come on in.
Come on in.
We need y'all in the biggest way right now. Damn, we have went astray. We have went astray. That's all I can say.
We got to repent.
Yeah, we need to do some soul searching. But you know, I can say Mama and them let us get away. They kept making excuses for us when we was messing up. The lovely Terry Nixon's in the building. You heard the lovely Linda Childen, the lovely Deborah Luna, and the lovely Miss Una. Shout out to all the queens that done tapped in to come see these two brothers right here. You know, we need y'all in the worst way, you heard?
Because I can't scratch my back. Y'all got to scratch it for me.
Nah, they help create civilization.
That part.
They didn't help create
in Mesopotamia.
You heard? God created, he said that was his second self, wasn't it?
Oh, man, not second self. He was created in dark manner.
No, he said the woman.
Yeah, she created herself out of.
No, she came after him.
Came after him. Now that's twofold.
They said the closest love is God is like with a mother for a child.
Oh my God.
You heard?
I see where it's going.
No, for sure.
We're going over the hill, mountaintop.
No, I'm just saying
they be coming over the mountain when they come.
What we got to get back to, brother. We done went off. We went what Malcolm say. We've been hit across the head.
Oh my God.
We've been hit. Plymouth Rockland. What's up, the Dreamer? Thank you for tapping in. The lovely Sharon in the building. Thank you for tapping in, blood. Landon, we trying our best. We coming on every day to be great. But we, you know, working with this Flint situation, even when you spectacular, it looked like failure. What's up, Stanley Wood in the building?
The Worcester.
In the building, what it do? Unc said he came in to rap with y'all today.
We gonna kick it.
Y'all we've been too political.
Yeah. We is political. What you think it started in the bottom of the ship? It was political.
Wasn't it?
Man, we was the ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And still is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yo, say it ain't so.
And here we are. We're gonna see what's going on. Y'all saw council trying to come talk with us. Y'all seen it. Ain't nothing changing.
I was just surprised JJ wasn't there in the most important time.
He might have been sick. What's up, Michael Bellringer in the building? Thank you for tapping in. Let me see. Lena. Yeah, we all trying to put something together. We trying to be great this time around. Coming from the lovely Felicia Martinez. She says Mickey Roll Call is sponsored by the Honorable Sandra Day O'Connor for being the first woman to serve on the U.S. Supreme Court. You heard women history, man. Women history, man. We got to give them shout out. Thank you, Felicia Martinez. See what the lovely Linda Children said. Did you see that black young woman was janitor at a hospital, is now a doctor raised by a single mother? Congrats to her. Hey, shout out to her. We know it's hard. What's up, Tony Terry, the good brother tapping in from Miami-Dade County 305.
Yeah, at the bottom.
Then we got the lovely Teresa and Wanda Smith pulling up the rear. You heard?
Just don't flash them lights.
Just don't. Hey man, you know, did you see the police was up there at what's the Golden Gate? You didn't see the police was up there. I guess they looked like they was towing somebody's car up there. So I don't know what was going on at the Golden Gate. It was popping in their parking lot this morning. That's all I can say. Kind of blew my mind when I was seeing that.
Should I be on?
Yeah, you on.
Can't see nothing.
You can't. Why? You know what? I got you on. Just bear with me. Bear with me. You can keep rapping while I'm doing this. Just bear.
Shout out to everybody that's in the building.
Yeah, I'm just trying to share this out. I gotta send it to my people. Gina, put me an Unc Show on. Put us in your group. I send it to you every day. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but you're breaking my heart. The more and more you don't put us on there, I'm gonna keep sharing it to you.
She sound like mint condition, breaking my heart.
I'm gonna keep sending it over there.
Don't break our heart this morning.
I'm gonna keep sending it over there too. I'm gonna keep sending it over there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep sending it because we got to get it over there. I'm gonna keep sending it over there.
Shout out to our soul sister Winnie in her passion week.
Oh my goodness, paganism on the way.
Paganism in the third degree. But we still love you, Winnie.
You can't talk about her. You can't get on there and say nothing about.
Nope.
You can't talk about the church.
Nope.
They hurt us. Right now, we need the church.
What's
up, Concrete Jungle? Thank you for tapping in.
We need extraterrestrial prayer.
Yeah. Because she's going to get extraterrestrial on you if you go to talking about them. Concrete Jungle in the building. The lovely Tasha Lynn and tapped in. You heard?
So you say she feels some kind of way?
Yeah.
That's how we got some Ben Gay for.
Yeah. They feel some type of ways. You see, I'm sharing right now. Y'all hit that like button for me. What you mad about today,
No, I ain't really mad, and I ain't glad.
Okay.
But
what's on your mind?
It's I'm trying to find out, do anybody feel like they dollar being spent less? Because everybody want a fiberglass. What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Gas $4.19.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's $4.19.
It is.
Yeah, it's $4.19. All because of who? And everybody want to put a cliche on it. Like David Copperfield. You see this, and now you don't. Yeah, right. You say it ain't so. It is what it is, but it ain't the first time, and it won't be the last. But we got to stick together.
Think that's gonna work out?
We got to make it work.
Okay, well, as long as you believe, I'm with you.
I got faith.
That of a mustard seed you got to have. Ain't what the book say? You got to have the faith of a mustard seed.
And the mustard seed is like a grain of sand. So many. But so many don't ride with you. When they get hot in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't know.
Me too. Because then come the switches. And 47, I'm going to call him Scooby.
Oh, my goodness.
He got so many switches. He got so many switches, and ain't none of them hidden.
I don't think it'll be wise. Good morning, beautiful people. Great morning to y'all, because we here on this side.
We on the live side.
And y'all keep hitting that, because y'all ain't hitting that like button. And I done shared it. We ready to roll, man. I know I'm sorry. It's supposed to start at 9:30. Y'all know I'm doing my little physical therapy. I'm gonna try to be here at 9:30, but sometimes be a little rough. But I was here at 9:27, and I messed up when I was setting this up.
At least you call a fault.
Yeah, I messed up though, because I put the wrong thumbnail and I had to delete it. Let me see what Petty Fish. What's up, Petty Fish? Just want to point out the United States has just recognized Atlantic slave trade as the most egregious offense in history. I can't even say that word right now. Ain't that a damn shame? And I usually can say it. What's up, Miss Tia? Thank you for tapping. They just recognized it. Damn. No wonder 47 went to war. They didn't recognize that. Damn, we hit.
She said, do I remember King Fish?
Reparations, I do. I don't. Reparate. Oh, it took forever. What's up, the lovely Carolyn Hendricks? I love when the queens be tapping in. You heard? Yeah, we got to pay attention to that. I didn't know they went back. Ooh, they is mad at them, huh?
Yeah.
They mad that they came out and say it says Ghana is trying to steal money from us. They are sending our hold on, they spend our oh, show it is. That's why I say give me mine. I don't want no, but in a minute that dollar might don't be worth nothing. The way they playing right now.
I mean, you used to buy 3-4 packs of nowadays, 5 packs with $1.
It don't go like it used to go.
No, it don't go like you can't even buy a payday for $1. And they made the candy bar right, payday, but we ain't been paid yet on reparations. Everybody else have. But see, it go, you know, and if you play chess, which we need 3 chess boards now. Once you get an enemy down. So, you know, I hate to say it because we created a lot what's going on in these Americas. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we did what we did. Our plight in this thing is unexplainable. You know what I'm saying? And it's like people just too soft tongue spoken, you know, along with tongue fasting. But at the same time, we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta let this ship sail. You know, not before the Mayflower, before the Mayflower. Yeah, yes, sir.
What's up, Jelly Donut? Let me see. Let me. I gotta get it right. We got the lovely Sherry Allen that's into the building. How you doing?
Hey, Sherry.
Hope Beasley. How you doing? The lovely Hope Beasley. And Jelly Donut said, Iran is asking for reparation. They are not giving out money until the dollar is worthless, and then those reparations aren't worth anything. We must demand. Let me see. Laney said we must demand our rights. Facts.
Fact.
And the water crisis is a prime example of what reparations are due.
Well, man, that I mean, you can't explain genocide at the fullest.
No,
you know, people. It wasn't no happenstance. This was deliberately, and so you know, we hate to keep hitting a dead horse, but at the same time, ain't nobody got paid. Some for their properties now.
Good morning, Marcy.
According to the news, they say now they finna partial pay the people that had illnesses. And you seen Nickelbag. He did a what he do? What he do good cut besides cutting the rhythm? He did I think it was a podcast. We've been waiting so long.
Let me see this. Donnell Meredith in the building. Good morning, good brother. Marty, hey, I thank you for tapping in. I mean.
Yeah, Idi Amin. That's why we need to be Idi Amin. I mean,
it's messed up.
You heard what MO3 said. I ain't gotta say what MO3 said. He said when it's up, it's up. You know what I mean?
But you have to. But we do. What's up, the lovely Lenita Murray in the building? My bad. Thank you for tapping in. Let me see what Lana said.
Good morning,
the billions are going to the data centers, hospital, universities, and religious groups. But that's how they keep fooling the people through the religious groups.
Oh my God, we ain't going through the orthodoxy.
No, because we not because but we have to look at like the brother Mark Hutchins and all would say. I forgot how many Kojic churches he said is inside the city. Like what have they done? Like the ones we know of, the most of the Kojics we know of is Chris Martin and AC Dumas. We know the bishop and we know the deacon.
Oh my God.
And them are not good examples. I'm just saying, if you believe God is talking to them, let's just go back to last year's election. And maybe when AC said, I'm just saying what I heard. I heard he said God told him he was gonna win. Maybe he did win.
He voted on the Super Bowl and lost.
This was the deacon lied on God.
Not the deacon. You know, they say the devil on the front row. So
right. What's up, the lovely Tanya Jones and just tapped in.
Y'all come on in.
She said it's election season. Please vote together. And you need to. Let me see. Lena said the archdiocese runs the Catholic hospitals. Now you see, I said archdiocese. I couldn't even say egregious. That is crazy how we're stumbling over these words. Let me see what Concrete said. One of the reasons Brother El Hajj Malik El Shabazz was unalived because he was going to take our plight before the United Nations, and have our human rights recognized. Yeah, if you go watch the Godfather of Harlem, the latest one, you can see that when he get unalive, what was going on. I mean, they touched on it, but you can kind of understand what was going on.
Right.
The lovely Michelle Smith and tapped in, aka Ann, and her husband is in the building.
Shout out to all y'all.
Yeah, we got the lovely Constance. Thank you for tapping in.
Appreciate y'all.
Man, I was watching one this morning. I was watching this morning, man, with Cuba, what's going on in Cuba. The show.
My God.
And how we put a blockade on. But it was something that was unique. You know, when the United States, like when people go over there, you know, they only can stay in certain hotels. And I was listening to this guy. I'm gonna pull this shit up for y'all can see it. I'm gonna just show you because I'm gonna get to something I seen and then I'll tell you. I'm gonna take something I seen.
That what Gaddafi was at, right?
Nah, that's this. Gaddafi was in Libya.
Okay.
But I'm gonna show you what I was watching this morning, man. It blew my mind, but it's nothing new. It's nothing new. It just shows you where the mind state of people at, and the way we. What was it on? I know it was on Crystal Ball Break. It was on Breaking Point. Man, it blew my mind when I was watching this.
Right.
It was the dude went over there. Grimm went over there. Let me see. Fires on Cuba. See Russ Grimm.
He wasn't Cuba Gooding Jr., was it?
Man.
Allegedly.
Man, it tripped me out, man. I was watching it when I was at physical therapy.
You ain't trip up the steps or down the step again.
Nah, this blew my mind.
You better not be
dude.
falling.
Nah, this blew my mind, man. Like some of the stuff that you see that they doing. Lord. And they justifying it, and it was like it blew my mind. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm like, damn, man, like this is where we at. Like the propaganda, the stuff that you see, but I can understand it because look how they wanted to cut the Medicaid here for people. Like
ain't no wanted to cut, they did.
Yeah, they did cut
70 million,
right? And you know, you had people who didn't care, and it blew my mind. I was like, damn.
Really?
I'm sitting up here. Hell yeah, it blew my mind.
Blew mine too. And I still it came down.
And they was talking about how I gotta pull it up. Oh, damn it, I was just watching it. Hassan Pinchback, thank you for tapping in, beloved. Thank you for tapping in.
Good morning.
Y'all share this broadcast. Y'all heard what they shared the broadcast. Man, I was watching it this morning. I guess I gotta send it to myself. Man, but it messed me up when I was sitting up here.
Yes, sir. Looking
at it, and they was talking about like the just the lies that was being said on it. It was like the smear campaign that they did on Cuba, and it was like, hold on, I'm gonna play the video for y'all. Y'all can watch it. I got it up. But common sense, what it do, man? It blew my mind that they got, because they're talking about how all the lights is out, right? The power out. We got a blockade on them. Yeah. And the dude he was doing the interview with, he was doing an interview with. It was like, man, they didn't care. Oh, I seen it. Hot damn it. Let me come back out. Brother. I just seen it.
With the tap in.
Yeah, thank you. I just seen it. Hell, let me come back. I knew it would pop up.
Is that Julie?
Here it goes.
Julie when she was 24.
Oh, I got it. And it show you, man, how like some of the stuff we be seeing and we acting like it's cool. What did Jelly Donut said? It said, this is modern day conquistadors. They are capturing and redrawing lines. Gas shortages will cause the chaos already happening in Australia and in Cuba about to be done. But this was so crazy. I'm gonna let the man say who did it. And dude, this right here blew my mind. I'm gonna let you hear this. This breaking points with Russ. I can't think of it. They gonna say their names, but he just went over to Cuba. And when you hear some of the stuff, when I seen this, I was like, damn, man, these people is heartless. What's up, Sir Gregory? Thank you for tapping in. But let me play this, man.
Sir Greg.
Yeah, some of this stuff is just downright. It's crazy. And we be sitting up here, and people really be thinking, man, we're gonna be welcome as liberators. This is some of the stuff I don't get from people, man, when they be coming with this BS. But let me play this for y'all.
We're gonna break it down today.
Yeah, we're gonna play
while
it.
They come with
we'll
it.
talk about it.
On Rob Schmidt's show, and he asked you basically to defend this trip we've been discussing. So Juan David Rojas pointed out, he posted I thought that he put it really well. He reports for Compact and other news outlets from all over Latin America. You probably remember him having been on the show several times. He says, Earth to anti-imperialist fundamentalists. This is the most honest and effective way of advocating for the Cuban people. Ryan doesn't talk about, quote, participatory democracy or the regime's righteousness. He talks about the real world consequences and double standards of our despicable policies. Better yet, he asks how any of this benefits Americans. This method is so effective, the interviewer concedes multiple times. Juan David adds, the difference between Ryan and Piker or Ben Norton is his first, second, and third priorities are normie Cubans, not the PCC oligarchy staying in power. Ryan, I do feel as though you, maybe it's your reporter background, are very careful in how you cover Cuba. And I thought that came out in this conversation with Rob Schmidt, where nowhere do you ever, or did you in your reporting from Cuba, defend the regime, which is a very easy thing not to do.
And I will defend the quote unquote regime in the sense of when I think they're being unfairly criticized.
The media is getting a story wrong.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah. But if you consider that to be like a defense of imprisoning 1,000 political prisoners, that's not the same. Right.
And also it's important to just understand the reality of who is actually causing the suffering. It is the sanctions, it's the embargo, blockade, the state sponsor of terror designation. In this interview, we didn't get into kind of the details of it. But as you saw from the last segment, like Cuba is, blocked from purchasing MRI machines for the most part, or getting helium to keep their MRI machines running. They can't buy anything that has a minimum of 10% of U.S. parts in it. Even when they end up they bought a 3D printer to try to get around this so that they could produce medical supplies, these unique medical supplies that people needed. It broke down. The German company said they can't send a tech out because of the U.S. sanctions. And they said that's not true. Like there's an EU law that says, and Michel Valdez-Sosa relayed this story to me. He was on the phone with the vice president. He said, there's an EU law that says you're not allowed to follow U.S. sanctions. Yeah. Because it's EU sovereignty. Yeah. Means that you have to make your own decisions. You cannot be driven by U.S. sanctions. And the guy told him, yeah, I know that law is on the books. We do a lot of business with the United States. We don't do much business with Cuba. I'm sorry that you bought $1 million 3D printer from us. We're not gonna be able to fix it. And so it's just sitting there collecting dust. So we didn't get into a lot of those details about the way that the sanctions and the embargo play a primary driver of the immiseration of the island. But the point I did make to him is, if you think that's not true and the system is so flawed and unable to succeed, let it try
and make inroads with them so they don't turn to Russia and China.
And there you go. Yeah.
And it's we don't have to keep doing it.
Also, I haven't seen Schmidt calling for regime change in Saudi Arabia over like the human rights abuses and the lack of democracy in Saudi Arabia make Cuba look like Switzerland.
Well, this is a great back and forth. I think it draws out some important contrasts. So without further ado,
here we go.
Ryan on Newsmax.
You installed this?
Even at a few
Reporter Ryan Grimm also traveled to Cuba as well, reporting on all this. He's seen in this photo here. And Ryan joins us tonight, and it's good to have you back on the show. The Trump administration is trying to end a 70-year regime. It looks like these guys, along with you there, are trying to help it survive. Am I missing something?
Wait, they're trying to do what?
Trying to help this regime survive.
Who is?
Piker, most of the people there. I'm wondering if yourself, along with them, are included in that.
Yeah, the group that went along brought about 50 tons worth of medical supplies and solar panels. That's right.
Medical supplies and solar panels, and a lot of sympathies for the regime that controls the country, I imagine.
So let me try to help out your viewers a little bit here.
Right.
How do you feel about the fact that when Americans travel to a foreign country, in this case Cuba, they are told specifically a list of hotels that they are allowed to stay in another country?
I went through it because when I went and stayed there, it was the same. I stayed in an Airbnb. I think if you have
So
if
what
our
do you
country's
think of
trying
that,
to
though?
squeeze, our country's trying to.
What do you think of that?
I think our country's trying to end a regime that's been torturing people for a very long time, and they don't want to fund it.
Well,
they don't want us funding it by paying money to a communist-owned entity like a hotel.
So if their system of government is so awful, why not just let it fail on its own? Why do we have to blockade them? And how do you think,
they won't leave. They don't have elections. They won't leave power.
How do you think the United States economy would do if we cut off fuel for 3 straight months? No fuel has basically gotten into Cuba since the Venezuela operation.
Yeah, but I was there in 2019, Ryan, and it was still a horribly impoverished country. We're cutting off fuel to try and get this leadership out. Get them the hell out of there because they won't leave. They won't have an election. They won't leave.
Why do you care about like who's in charge in Cuba? Who elected you to do that? It's such a bizarre. Like there aren't enough problems in the United States here for you to worry about. Like
that's another side of it.
Really, like I can't even get my mind to a place where I would think it's my call. Like who runs Cuba? Who runs Haiti? Who runs Mexico? Who runs Iraq? Who runs Iran? Like
that's a fair
Israel.
That's a fair criticism. That's a fair criticism. But I mean, do you think it's better for do you want this regime to continue to run this country against the wishes of the people?
It's not
that
up
are
to
all
me.
impoverished.
It's not up to me. I live in Washington D.C. I vote in Washington D.C. elections, and I vote in federal elections. Where do you live?
You live in that's fair.
Where do you live?
I live in New York.
So,
and it's not.
Why should you vote? Why should you like? What do you have to do with Cuba?
Well, I think the prosperity of that country that's only 90 miles away from our border can't be a bad thing. And I'm just saying, what I'm asking you is,
then why not let them import oil?
It's fine. It's not America first. Let's put it there. But do you think that regime should be running the country?
Why does it bother you if Mexico sells oil?
We back on. I man, listen. Now, can you understand the arrogance of these people? This is why, because I was watching that when I was at physical therapy. I'm just listening to more of it. He was trying to tell them, and he was steady saying, we trying to strangle this regime. But you hurting the people when they was talking about when they had to turn their generators on because they got babies in the incubators on. You know what I'm saying? Different things. Man, it's so rough. And only his thing was this regime won't leave. Who is you to dictate? That's what I didn't understand. It's like.
He the colonizers, man.
That mentality.
I'm saying this.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Pastor Nicholas?
See what he said? The helium. Helium ain't over here. Helium is over there. The thing is the mineral grab. And for this regime, they on the takeoff tip that if you notice, and a lot of people notice, all these countries they targeting is people of color. They ain't in Europe talking that yin yang. Look, and one thing I got to say, when you got Putin signaling to Iran where our troops at, and they hit the target where our troops at, and then at the same time, Putin came over here 1,000 times. Ain't no president never met with Putin the way Trump did. Trump got the same playbook from him. Now, go all the way back to the files he stole when he left office the first time. He was slanging them. He got the princes at the house. What you think he was doing? He sell everything. Now it's coming out, oh, he might have been selling them. I said that 5, 6, 7 years ago. He's slanging them. Now you slanging out secret. You should be held accountable. Espionage, everything in the motherfucking red. Excuse my language. We up here kumbaya like, oh, this ain't happening. Yeah, it's happening. So, your gas prices up, your energy prices. He got the Department of Education. He got to Medicaid 70 million people. Oh, but blaming on the immigrants. They're illegal. Well, you've been illegal. How long your family been illegal? every president, every wife he done met was from that part.
Well, his grandfather from Germany.
So
and they came, and that's what I'm saying. Did nobody? I mean, no. You know what? His father. You know what I'm saying? His father was German. Because I played it yesterday on
sure
here.
was.
I played it his father. So
No, he got his father where he was born. He said he was born in Brooklyn. He said his daddy was born in Brooklyn.
No, because they did. Germany wouldn't let him come back because his grandfather was a draft dodger. So
like
they wrote the letter. Yeah,
he had.
So he wouldn't let him come back. But
so you saying he had what's the bruise he had? Bone spurts.
No. The grandfather left back in the day. The
grandfather
left Germany, and came here. He tried to go back, but Germany put him out. This one, the mother was pregnant with Donald Trump.
Germany put him out
for a draft dodge. What's up, Demetria Brown?
Good morning, y'all. Wait, tap into the 18.
Yeah, that's why they came here. You right, Lane. I mean, I played it yesterday. All his wives are immigrants, but they don't. But see what it is.
Praise the Lord, brother.
But see, the reason they ain't not gonna have no big problem about that because. They saying his father was a member of the KKK allegedly.
Facts. Him and his mom, but at the same time, that okay?
Right, teacher lady.
It's different because see, they go back and say, "Oh, well, your father was part of the Black Panthers, but it was a different cause." The same thing that the Black Panthers put in place, they used not the WIC program. You know what I'm saying? They did everything that this European here. He the European they always wanted.
Yeah, because listen, I see what you said. Concrete
we going
Jungle.
in today.
Concrete said The Godfather Part 2 touches it on a little bit on who flourished under the previous regime in Cuba before Castro. Once the rebels took over, like Iran, for instance, they became an enemy of the U.S. for sure.
Because they weren't paying the U.S.
And that's what it is. And like I said, I was listening to my man. He's like, but we trying to topple this regime. And I see what you're saying, teacher lady. Sanctions only hurt people, not government. But they don't care. They don't care if people die, because that's what I'm looking at. You saying then you saying oil can come, but only to certain businesses. Well, we don't want no money to go to help this regime.
Yes, sir.
But who y'all want money? You'll let money come to the places that the United States tell you can come to. They can let oil come there, but it won't come to the hospitals.
No, they draconians.
And the best thing you can say, well, we trying to top. They won't leave. Like, wow.
That why? Okay. Wow. Why you think they want to take all the history out of what we went through and what we stood for? They want to erase the books on that,
right? Because
they don't want this generation, my kids, your grandkids. They don't want them to know. They want to like we was blindsided. Just think about it. We didn't hear about Nat Turner in our history book.
Why
we didn't hear about Soldiers of Truth. We didn't hear about Denmark Vesey, David Walker, because they scratched that. If you remember back when the kings and queens ruled, if they conquered you, they took all your scrolls, because everything was written in scrolls back then. They take them. And so you erase, and they put their input in. This is what Scooby doing. He gonna put his input in, and they thinking something like, right, it ain't right.
I'm looking at this right. Hate to go to the conspiracy hat, but those Georgia Guidestones, among others, stating they are trying to reduce the population by billions.
Come on now.
If you go back and look, what was his name? Henry Kissinger.
Oh my God.
Zygmunt Brzezinski.
He was talking about
said it would be easier to kill people through food and water.
Bill Gates.
Alleged. I mean, if you just go look at it, let's just be honest. And I'm looking what Greg said. It's surprising Cuba was a resort for the rich and famous Americans. What you think Dubai was? But what is Dubai getting did to it now? It's bomb dropped on it. It ain't for the, I guess you won't be going there to get defecated on.
Exactly.
Let me see what Marty. Americans are dying here because they're cutting health. And that's what I'm saying. So when they see other countries they can starve out, what you saying over in Cuba, it's no problem because they would do it here.
Wow.
It's no problem.
And especially when Canada got a part of our grid there. So
good morning,
if Canada was just think if Canada was skullduggery, shoot, they could do the same thing happening in Cuba. Half our stuff be out, lights out. We be back to twigs. You know, when you walking through the woods with twigs burning.
I'm looking at what Yogi said. She said, which is why you have big tech owning the majority of agricultural properties. Now, Bill Gates. Let me see what Kenneth. Did you see the UN has designated slavery as the dastardly act and voted on reparations? Only 3 countries voted on.
Come on, y'all
the
getting
U.S.,
in there.
Argentina, and Israel.
Yeah.
Voted. No, you knew it. You didn't think Israel was going to be rolling with with the U.S. Let's be honest.
They the same vote.
When we had what's the name there? What was it? Colin Powell and Condoleezza Rice. When they had this back when Bush was in, they went there and said was no racism in America. But we got money to give the self-inflicted war because of one man's ego. I mean, this is where we at.
Then they just called Condoleezza Rice.
Yeah.
They didn't call Bush though. Because see, Bush was the first. He was run off his daddy platform and jacked it up. I mean, it's the main thing in this plat is that when it come down to us, it's just us.
Yeah.
I mean, now we didn't and no harm to European people because we all been mixing up since we've been on these shores. But at the same time, y'all not like us. We something different. We're specific because one thing they do know, if you wake this sleeping giant woke, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna say this and shout out to whoever feel. Why you think now? Twofold. Picture the crack epidemic and picture the weed. Now, I was in federal prison. I was locked up with Colombians getting locked up for weed. Now weed legal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Weed all over the planet. Okay. All of a sudden, our young people smoked out back in the crack days. Smoked out. They did their illegal, they rules and regulations and all these draconian bills. Now what? Our young people, they ain't into politics like that. It's a few out of hundreds of thousands. And so ain't nothing wrong with the plant, is what you put on it. I sit back, I wait. We used to grow out in the backyard, not like grass, like they 4-leaf clover. That's how marijuana grow. But I'm saying it's the reason for everything these people do, and it ain't on our good purpose. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing wrong with it because Mary Jane healed. They didn't want us to know it heal our bones. It heal our mind. The naturalism of it, not what you put on it. And so, man, we in a fight, but everybody think that because you don't have government. You go to school, you have government in there. You studying the government. You ain't got that no more in schools. No, you ain't got that to study. How you gonna they gonna give you a book to study them, and then you conquer them? No, don't go like that. We're gonna erase that like DeSantis. We're erasing all that, and we're gonna put AI in. What person want a? If I don't like AI because the reason I don't like it. I mean, you can make a say like when you on a spaceship, spatially, and they see that, and you're going. Now I can deal with that AI, but I can't deal with the AI where you telling me a flat out lie, but I got to believe the truth. But it's artificial intelligence. Come on, man. And then you okay with it because Scooby, all he do is LIE. If he say it's pink, it's blue.
And I see what y'all here go right here, family. Let me put this up. This just to show you, but y'all keep thinking that it's over. Here go, U.S. Israel among just 3 countries to oppose UN measure labeling slavery a crime against humanity. You see that right there? So when people tell us we sitting up here, we don't know because they don't want you to know what they did. Like I damn near willing to get a warning to put on here when Farrakhan, like when he was on Donahue, when he told that lady, he said, "Don't put your mind." What happened in Burst? What was it? Burst. I mean, it was New York, Bursting Home or something. When they end up killing them 2 black kids, and they don't, you know what I'm saying? But we act like, oh, this not real. This not real. This is why they don't want you. But they fear is that we gonna do to them what they did to us. They keep judging us by their cardinal mind, and I think that's one of the greatest sins. But that's why they keep doing what they do.
Not only that, bro. Especially the whole mechanism of the thing is they looking at they being erased as a people because you got so much mixing of the races. You know what I'm saying? There's so many Europeans that mix it with Cubans, Black, Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? And they looking at this. What they looking at? They look at stuff like this. Like what? Why do you think they created population control? Bill Gates and the billionaires, and it's
Don't
like
forget Margaret Sager.
Man,
like we acting like we keep forgetting. So that's why we can hear when they say, "Oh, I'm not trying to cut you off." Like when we,
no, you good.
Like when they say, "Oh, we don't do this and that." Man, they fed our babies.
Oh my God,
to alligators.
That's
slavery. I'm saying no, this is what they did.
That was a myth. You think that was a myth?
No, it wasn't no myth. We can.
I know it wasn't a myth. Go down there in Louisiana.
That's what I'm
Florida,
telling you.
in the bottom and see what they say.
And see, but they want to push that out like that ain't happened. Why you think when you saw the singers, even damn, what's her name? She on the tip of my tongue when she was stringing about strange Billie Holiday, strange fruit.
Strange fruit.
You know, hanging like, but see, we don't see
and
that.
You close your eyes on that.
You can go.
Especially you close your eyes on that. That really touched something.
No, I'm just saying, but the things that you can go see, you can go get that book without sanctuary.
It's hard feeling, man.
The 100 years of lynching.
It's it's hard feeling.
But and because I was just looking at this, like somebody just said on here, like how many times I'm reading the comments on this said. So what?
Good comments.
It says Black Independent Pack. It says, so what? How many times does America have to tell Black people that they don't love you? So stop begging. And I was just reading African presented the resolution, not us. We don't know. They don't care. I mean, saying that we don't know. And that's what is crazy.
Look what Yogi said. Yes, they did. That's why they called it alligator Alcatraz, because it wasn't no alligators around there. And, you know, a lot of them migrants disappeared. Hundreds of them. They ain't found no more. Allegedly, if I got something to say, well, they threw them away.
Oh, I will read it for you.
If they cut our babies' heads off, and you know, this is a history lesson, we going in because they did, and they joyful that if they hung us, if they hung us and laughed about it, ate popcorn and did a concert to where they hanging us, and we did them good.
All right, just let me blow that up. I wish I can blow the comments up because the comments says, so what? So what? How many times does America has to tell the Black people they don't love you? They don't love us, to stop begging. And I'm just looking at said, can't we wait to see everyone comment with it? You mean all of the culprits to the crime? Yeah, they don't and shouldn't be able to count since they are the violators or said crime. Are we surprised? I'm just
a lot of us is because a lot of us didn't get this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing this stuff over 20 years, but at the same time, it's like, woe was me, because, you know, when you deal with the Waltons, which own Walmart, and the hedge fund, you got so many, they did so much, and it's placed in a situation where we got to have them because all the people that own big stuff, they sold out.
Now look at Sheila's story. She said, my grandmother had several of her brothers lynched. If she was still alive, she would be well into her hundreds. But this was gangster. I mean, this was just so foul. And look what she said. They made their children's watch it. That's what it's so foul. But see, they won't but you can go pull up that book, The 100 Years of Lynching Without Sanctuary.
I think they're crying.
And then when you see how they was killing babies, when they talking about on the plantation, how they would want to do this, because a lot of that fear come from when you feel like sometimes we can get mad. We'll say, well, the women, this is how they was trying to protect the boys, they babies. So you might have down there made a what's name on how to survive. I'm looking at concrete. By 1992, the U.S. eventually gave more than 1.6 billion in reparations to 82,219 Japanese Americans who had been forcibly incarcerated during World War II. Yet they still haven't recognized years of slavery. They're not gonna do it.
And like Yogi said they did make postcards,
Yeah.
man. And
Ev-
so you looking at like look like right now, what Scooby say? Scooby is 47, y'all. That's what I'm calling Scooby. He don't look where he come. He come from a diabolical state, and it's bad because I don't know if y'all seen the vampire Dracula. No, these people was called Draconians. These people was king. They own palaces, kingdoms, but they would tie you up. What you think the Epstein files about? You think it's a joke? This is their pattern of what they've been doing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. I'm come eating babies. It's the same thing. You go and take a slave girl baby and take the head and throw it in the river to catch alligators. Come on now.
Or have one horse tied to the left leg.
Oh my God.
Another
Not the
horse
chattel
tied
slave.
to the right leg.
Yes.
And had a horse to split her up. The fetus fall out, take the heel of their boot, crush the baby head. But you know, they gonna act like this is we shouldn't be talking about
like that's
that.
a myth. That ain't no myth.
And then when all you gotta do is go watch Platoon. I'm just saying some of them movies it have some truth in it when you be seeing how they was doing over there.
Yes, sir.
They didn't want me to play the part when the brothers was like when he was calling them the beast. Then like you said, how you learn how they know to call me a nigga over there in Korea. Like how they learn to call me Vietnam, they call me a nigga. Like, come on. They said Mick and Carl, but his administration is doing everything they can to erase the history. Facts, but don't nobody see none of that. See, they don't have, and this what throws me off. Listen, what Trump did, and he was so mad at Obama.
Wow.
He tore up that Iran deal, but you know what his people say? Oh, it was a bad deal. Gas wasn't no $4.
Right.
It wasn't no war over
and it's
there.
Gonna be 5. No, but that just go show you how deep the racism is. I'm gonna say I ain't gonna say I'm gonna say prejudice because Obama, you know, he welcomed him. You know, if I was Obama, I would have got the fuck on. And you it's your house now.
Yeah.
I'm not finna let you deliberate because I know who you is. Once a person know who you is, then you got to step. But see, Obama was part of that fashion. You know, once you step in that realm,
no, he was part of that.
You about them. You ain't
no,
about your. Because see, you got to get. You got to. It's about the ballot of the bullet.
Yeah,
that will mount, and it's true. And you came through where Mega Everett, all our people that spoke up for us. What happened? They got assassinated by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? Even look at our entertainers. They quiet. I mean, it's so sad because niggas ain't, not everybody, excuse me, like got to get a spine, but the sisters always was there.
No, because they was trying to help survive, but because you know what they was saying. Listen, don't nobody know when you imagine. I'm saying what a sister go through.
Sad.
You carry something in your womb
yes,
for
sir.
9 months,
yes,
and this
sir.
was so sad when we kill each other because
yes,
you can't give life when you didn't carry something that she didn't have. I done seen mothers like they
yes,
lose
sir.
it when they lose a kid.
Yes, sir.
Some can't even get they lose it.
Yes,
but
sir.
you didn't carry something that's been in your body for 9 months, and you just see it get took away for nothing.
That's a fact.
That's and it's even sadder when we do it to each other. But can you imagine with Emmett Till? Did his mom ever have another kid?
I doubt it.
Because they said it was a whistle, and then that came out. Just said, just listen how they speak today. It shows you where they was raised. That mentality ain't went nowhere, but they want us to believe that mentality has left. Just think about it when we say, well, they're gonna do this. How you know what they're gonna do? So you went, you did something because you think they was gonna do something to you.
But brother Spacely, let me see this. How many people in the chat or wherever they know about the SAVE Act? What it really means? I mean, the Save America Act, it sounds good, right?
Right.
But it's twofold. You gotta understand these are the liar propaganda that they're using. Oh, we're gonna save America. No, you trying to make voting. If you don't bring a passport or legal documentation, you always had to have legal documentation. You always need your ID to vote. So what y'all talk about? No, they going deeper than that because they want to see you bring a passport. They trying to make it invisible because this regime know y'all time is up. So they gonna do anything and everything to throw anything under the bus when, you know, you got the Supreme Court. They check Scooby. We tired of your mess.
No, I'm looking at what Demetri Brown said. Trump is like Obama so bad. He refused to put his photo up in the White House.
That part.
But see, they got somebody that who would do it. You know, the other ones be scared, but they go by. I don't like that nigga. You know what I'm saying? See, Trump was just the one to come out boldly. Yeah, and that's what they don't want to talk. And I see what you saying. Marty said the SAVE Act is suppression, is just a suppression act.
Amen.
And I'm looking at Kenneth. It's suppression of the vote. Teacher lady,
voter
suppression. But see, that's the thing, because they really feel like poll tax on voting. They know what they doing. You gotta have your birth. But it's the mind state when they saying this. See, this they mind state.
But Scooby, he's sending a mail-in ballot. They mailed his ballot in. So you speak with a forked tongue, man.
But they don't care, because Trump spoke to a lot of, and I don't care. Y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can say,
I got your back.
I'm raised, baby. No, it ain't. Trump spoke right to what y'all wanted, to what y'all really wanted to say. He peeled back that onion of civility. He peeled that back one, because I listen when Obama. I'm telling you, and it's not being funny. I listen to when I'm gonna be honest. It was the white man. I was working at Commerce when he's like, Trump back in office. A man got it. I was like, damn. I'm looking at that. I'm like, man, I've been watching you over here. You so-called was trying to mingle with the blacks and stuff. I don't want to put him out there, but I was like, oh, okay, I get it. You didn't like it, and this was my humble opinion. That it was all cool for us, but if you felt like a black man was the president, it was a great loss. Look how they were saying, oh, he's not from here. Come to find out, the president you got in is not from, where he was born, but they'd justify it because he was born here. You know what I'm saying? They'd justify it. But Obama, mother was from here, daddy wasn't. He picked a woman that was from, American woman that was from here.
Right.
They didn't justify nothing.
But we know
Trump went and got one from overseas. No, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Yeah. Come on. But the thing
all his baby mamas is from overseas.
But what she got the complexion for the connection. That's the problem. That's like a lot of people don't want to admit it, even with Kamala. Kamala wasn't gonna get elected. For one, she had a white husband. And whether y'all want to believe that or not, that is not really acceptable to a lot of the majority.
Well, the thing is, America was never built on a woman having no say-so. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? This European man, he believed in, you stay home, you wash the clothes, you know what I'm saying, and you say nothing. This what they wouldn't even vote. But see, they were so arrogant. They was called the Confederate, the mothers of the Confederacy. You know what I'm saying? And they was like modern day, it was like all the Republicans now, wives. You know what I'm saying? You notice they don't say nothing. Only one that says, you got a few, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she the really outspoken one after it hit her house. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't want nobody to suffer, flat out, whatever color. It ain't got to be a color. But when you put us on the backbone, us as the blackness, which you can't get nothing without black. I don't care what the reason.
I'm looking at
y'all started y'all whole demonstration off the backs of us.
No, much as they hated the Black Panther Party, where you think they got the after the lunch program from?
The Black Panther Party.
I'm just saying a lot of the stuff that they
cut that
people they took out. But look, I'm looking at this right now. I'm looking at the comment. It says, watch those who sit and say they voted for Trump and smile in your face.
Oh my God.
Oh, for sure.
You and my family.
No, for sure.
Man, when I had to argue with my family, because everybody,
No, let me see this. What I saw. No, I said Obama mama was white, but I said she was an American.
And she was.
And that's what I'm saying. Even he didn't.
Grandma was racist.
Yeah, because when they used to call him Barry. If you go read the book, if people read the book, because Obama, it kind of, but he had to play that role. I'm not saying she probably didn't love him as he went. Let's be honest. But it wasn't acceptable.
You can't love me and call me a nigga.
They probably looked at Obama mama like she was against their race because she She dated
It looked
outside
like
of it.
Poe trash.
No, she
Call
dated
a spade a
outside of it.
spade.
No, but I'm saying she dated outside. Even his sister, daddy is dip. She didn't. I don't think she. You know, I'm just being honest.
I'm saying honesty will get us somewhere, but with this 47 with Scooby, you dealing with a regime that they don't base facts on. They ain't got no fact.
No, look who you said about Stephen Miller.
Oh my!
Look at his. But see these. No, not a dude.
Now I gotta say something. Stephen just went off on Trump. You said Stephen Miller or Stephen Miller?
Stephen Miller. I'm talking about Stephen.
Which one's the broadcaster? What's his name?
That's Stephen A. Smith.
Okay. Stephen, come to the lecture. No, but I was studying up on him, Trump first term. The second term, he is main advisor. He in his ear. But you got the billionaires too. And they like, look, this is what they got a mission.
Mm-hmm.
And their mission is they want the people of everywhere to bow down to them and servitude them. They said we going through everywhere. If people look at 40 Scooby last hookups when he's in the pink tie, he falling asleep on the mic. Y'all call Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe ain't never did that. This brother, like he on some oxycodone for real. You know what I'm saying?
No,
he got to get out the sun because the sun gonna melt all that bull stuff. He got the makeup on his hand.
Oh man, when you look when you look at Obama, I'm because I was looking at that's why Trump don't like Obama because of that white blood.
Oh,
like, see, it's like I'm saying, in fact, his grandparents was racist. Go to show you biracial children and still practice racism.
That's why I ain't never went with a white woman. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Mama. Appreciate you.
No, I ain't not listening. People choose their but I'm just saying, yeah. But I'm just saying when you
bite
see
your ass later on,
and that's why, and that's why I say you got Trump. Do you know McCain probably going down in the history is like him losing to Obama and Mitt Romney? Them two probably in the Republican Party looking as weak. Y'all lost to the Negro. Don't think that ain't been said. Don't get it twisted. Don't think the forefathers is turning over in their grave when they saw Obama walk through there. Like, it's still bad blood. Don't forget the Kennedys backed Obama. That's what I'm saying. When you saw, what's my man named Bob Johnson, when he sided with Hillary, remember when Obama, see, people keep forgetting. Obama cleared Hillary because she had some debt files, her campaign. Cleared it. But see, we forget that when we see our blacks be running over there. Bob Johnson had money. He went over there and backed Hillary.
Talking about the one on Johnson & Johnson?
BET.
That's BET?
Yeah, on BET.
He on Johnson & Johnson first.
Marty, they not going to tell you what they got. It says, question for I have for Trump people. Trump supporters, what did you get? No wall, no lower food, and gas prices. Hillary Clinton is not locked up. What did they gain? Nothing.
Nothing.
They ain't gained nothing. Let me see this. For the people that were saying Project 2025 was fear-mongering, it is now 53% implemented. And the Heritage Foundation member is 70% of Trump cabinet.
That's facts. Shooting at stuff. Shooting teeth. That's fact. And you know, the Heritage Foundation, that they part of a lot of this that's going on.
No DOS checks, no stimulus, no 2,000 stimulus check. Man,
and
Trump can say anything.
And he keep lying. He gonna give you 2,000. He gonna 1,200. He ain't giving you nothing.
It's over.
How he giving you something? And he didn't debacle the education system. He didn't debacle the Medicare and Medicaid system. He didn't debacle everything. He done took from everything. And y'all think he gonna give you something?
But you know what happened?
Oh, no.
I'm gonna show you what it was.
Break it down.
I'm gonna show you what it was.
It's your show. You got to go on.
We in this fight together.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we in this fight together. Now, what they did was, let's be honest.
Break it down.
I want to find that quote from the president.
Which president?
I want to find that quote. LBJ, Lyndon Baines Johnson. When Lyndon Baines Johnson said, if you can convince the lowest white man that he better than the richest nigga.
That's
true. I mean, the black that got money, he better than him. You remember when they was talking about cut Medicaid?
Yeah.
And the health, you know why they wanted that? Because who you thought they thought it was going to hurt? You had whites thinking that the majority of blacks was on Medicaid.
Yeah, they did.
You really had them thinking that. Then they go with that bullshit. Oh, per capita. Okay, look, because it's 3% of us here. But when you do the whole number thing, Then you find out who it is.
And then the stamps. Don't forget the stamps now.
I'm
Black
just saying,
folk getting all the
but
stamps.
who you thought was being hurt more? When you saw them rural counties, see, they don't want to throw that out there. See,
Exactly.
they want to see, and that's where the racism come in at.
Exactly.
Because what they will say is,
come on,
oh, the
Spacely.
blacks is doing this. Like, let's go with the, you know, what happened when the one guy is running around saying blacks commit more crime. How can we when we only 12 to 14% of the population? But see, the image they're gonna put out there is that, oh, the black on black crime. Yeah, it's black on black crime, but I'm willing to bet you it's white on white crime too. But see, they're not gonna put that out there like that. If we go pull up the statistics on who cause more hell in America, and you know what they're gonna say, then they don't want to, you know, the numbers don't add up. They will find it just to say, oh, why y'all won't do this for yourselves? Go to them rural counties and see what the literacy rate is. Go see what the literacy rate is. But see what it is, they thought they was really hurting us. See, that's when it's like, oh, take stamps away because they thinking it's gonna hurt us. Then when they start seeing they was getting cuts with Trump, you see he's gonna lose it. His people's gonna lose MAGA. He didn't know a lot of MAGA was on welfare because we've been told, oh, it's black. You can go watch Fox News.
They'll tell you.
Yeah, but you know what? That's what they do. People will vote for their own demise.
And you know what, man?
We'll vote for it, but they'll be thinking because what they think they laying the trap for somebody else.
Well, brother Spacely, is like, it's time out for the huff and puff bull stuff. You know what I'm saying? The truth got to be told regardless. Because like Malcolm said, it was the battle of the bullet. The battle of the bullet was, this is what they're making you now. If you vote this, your demise in the state. No, they made not me, not you, but they made us think that vote. Oh, it don't mean nothing. No, it means something because see, the Democrats won 12 special elections.
I never seen people, and you right, Yogi. I never seen people who don't want to go to a dentist. Like, so you'd rather just die. And this was crazy. They'd rather I catch infection and just die. This is the mind state of these people. So what's wrong with having free health care?
Nothing.
What's wrong? But you will see, but it's all right for your senators, your Congress people to get it. What's wrong with going for a person to get so it's all right for a person to die from a toothache?
And what's wrong if ain't nobody got no food? Like with this Medicare thing, you got people that lost their Medicaid because they twig in the immigrants. What you mean immigrants? Now I blame both parties on this because one thing I do know is this how y'all been getting paid on the back door. You know, we know about the back end.
Yeah.
The back end is you met with these people. I let 100,000 people over here. I need $2 million. These politicians, they don't talk that much to get rich. No, they making backdoor deals. It ain't got nothing to do with us. Because they been sold America out. You know what I'm saying? So now here come the man that peeled the onion back. Because he that one. He don't care. He don't care. So my thing is we better turn up to these polls because they trying to make it real bad for you to vote. Yo, vote. Just for you to vote because they know vote matters. If 47, Scooby, he voted, he sent what they call them forms in. A write-in. He wrote in. He didn't go personally. He sent the write-in. But now you want to vote, write-in voting. Look, you know what? Y'all better get out here and vote and get your grandchildren, your children, put their ass to test because you know what? It's about our future. We was promised 120 years. But I'm just saying, we got to stand up for our children, great grandchildren, and grandchildren. We got to stand up. Forget attitudes. I don't like. And let's break it down to our cities, all our cities, because all our cities around this country, black cities, we going through the same demonstration. Water bad. They ain't saying nothing. They're saying it's good, but it's bad. How your water good when your water stink or your water brown?
They don't care.
You make it make sense. Then you got these politicians come up here skinning and grinning because they ain't use the same water you use.
And I'm with you, I'm with you, Marty, but they ain't saying them Republicans just blocked the bill to fund TSA for the 8th time. Yeah, they know what they doing.
Exactly.
They know exactly. But you will get people to tell you, like they say, the ones missing teeth, brown, yellow, look like they just gone. Don't want to go to it's cool, but you'll see they people it's all right to see they representatives ride, having good, can eat good and doing everything. They don't care about that. They don't care about it. But it just shows you, like I told you, Brother Elliot gonna be on today. How's your water in the morning? Would you drink your water? You stay in the first ward, right?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
No, I'm in third.
But how's your water? Would you drink it from the faucet?
Hell no, I ain't drunk. I ain't never drunk this water.
See, Unc right from but see, Unc in the third.
I've been buying water since 2014, but I come from Pontiac. I come back here at 20. I ain't never drunk this water.
That's what I'm saying. But now when I have Unc back on, when I have Brother Elliot on at 5 today, I bet you he come in here today. He in the 7th ward. Water stink.
Right.
Tell you that. But you know what? You have all these people coming down here from the state. Lance, you're gonna have you have Rivet down here. The mayor showing up to the Flint Neighborhood United thing.
Man, it need to be.
But I remember when one of the first ward citizens came in there and was talking about their first ward. You know what they said? You know what he said? Oh, you can't do no campaign in here. You know what they said when the mayor came down there? It wasn't about no campaign. It was Campaign Central. Campaign Central.
And Brother Yogi, Sister Yogi, she in the city, the city of brotherly love. Look, she said she ain't drinking that shit. And we ain't drinking it. But I'm saying this, people got to understand something. We got to be in this thing together, and you ain't gonna hear this on Channel 12, 5, 66, 25. You ain't finna hear all this. You gonna hear some kumbaya bullshit. That's what you gonna hear and go over the mayors, because one thing about this mayor and this government is they already said the water good. How many times they didn't get paid behind the scene? Now they're saying, oh, they making retribution for the people who got hurt. Out of 11 years, really, really. And so, a lot of people then died off, I mean, we got to be raw with this thing. We can't pull no punches. We got to be raw with it, because if a person show you they don't care about you, shit, fuck them. Excuse my language. I don't care. If you don't care about me, I'm going to pray for you. I'm moving on. But at the same time, we in the fight together. I don't care if you're school teacher, fireman, whatever. Y'all all in the same. And then a lot of them city workers, they put in a position, because if you got a city job and you go against the mayor, you hit. You hit. It's just like these people that TSA, a lot of them getting other jobs because the Republicans trying to make it look like, oh, it's the Democrats holding this hostage. No, it's y'all holding stuff hostage, because all y'all had to do is sign the fund. They not finna support ICE doing it like they've been doing it.
Man, they got their Gestapo. It ain't nothing.
That's the Gestapo.
Yeah, that's why you saw when back, what was it, last summer, when you saw that young brother that was laid on the ground and they was talking about how the police sprayed him down with mace. That's how you saw when the Lawson family was on there with the right to sell food. The police came over there, sprayed the food, and didn't give a damn. But you know why? And then got mad because they got called out and came up there and lied. They was gonna use their tongues to do this.
Just think if the boxer just think if he was strapped, and when you throw that can and spray him, that's assault. And he came out and popped their ass and killed them downtown.
And you right on that, Gregory. Said be careful with that bottled water, because a lot of these companies taking it directly
straight
from the
up.
tap.
That's really, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, you man, look, damn if you do, damn if you don't. You know what I'm saying?
But then they say that'd be easier. I'm thinking it was I can't think of his name. Brzezinski, what he said, it'd be easier to kill 1 million people through food and water. They doing it.
That was
they doing
Bill
it.
Gates.
They doing
and
it.
he would have smiled. And then not only, man, look, we can go on because now, and I always thought this, y'all. Now in the Epstein files, if you go through the detriment of killing folks in other countries to deteriorate from the Epstein file because your ass in 1,000 times because you was right with him eating kids. You know, that for all y'all, watch the movie Hostel 1 and 2. Watch that movie.
Just go back.
Hostel.
Yeah, go back and look at. You don't think it was slave plantations? You don't think when the master could come in and you might be later than with your wife, where you think motherfucker came from?
That part.
You don't think they had to inbreed? You don't think they did? So this is the stuff that
not MC breed. You said inbreed.
I said inbreed.
Okay.
You didn't think where they had the son sleeping with the mother?
Oh my God!
When they was doing this stuff,
That's
that was breeding plantations when they was making bucks.
Exactly.
But they can go make because these was they workers.
Come on.
So y'all want to act like we don't know what like none of that was going on. But this is the stuff.
No, that's real.
Yeah, this is the stuff.
That's real stuff. They had breeding farms.
You said I didn't wore it out. Oh, this is where I'll go work out in now.
No, it don't make no difference. Old and new. You know, old money is good money.
It is. It comes the same way.
That part. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the sad part is we don't want to teach our children this hard truth. It is hard because when you get to reading books before the Mayflower, you know, you get to reading all these books and you get to start out because remember, they always said this and they meant this because in this bag of tricks is properly done, it'll last for generations. So you put it in the book, the nigga ain't gonna read it because we taught them not to read.
Just think about it. It was a crime for you to read.
You gonna die. They gonna hang you.
It was a crime for you to read.
And so here we is in 2026. I'm telling y'all, family, we got to get our children out. All us that's older in it, we got to. It's a hard truth. Yeah, it's hard because it sounds like, oh, this is something made up. No, this is true. Why you think they want to take everything out the history books and don't want to show our plight? Because they don't want their children to know this is how y'all did them because their children turning from their ways. They trying to turn their children back to their wicked ways, but their children more in tune with our children, hip hop. You know, the hip hop generation, the X generation, they more too like, damn, daddy, why y'all do that? Why y'all do that? You know, I like Joe. You know,
they don't want them to remember, man.
Exactly.
All you gotta do is go watch Kunta Kinte. The only thing I like when he changed his name to Toby, and that was people don't understand.
I wouldn't have no
legs.
They
done took our religion. They done took everything from us, even what we eat. To what they tell you in the West, like in America, we have a high tolerance salt diet. Back over there, they don't, they don't have a high salt diet like we have over here. So you know what I'm saying? People not understanding that. What's your last name? What's your last name? Lewis.
Oh my God! It's a Lewis plantation.
That's the point.
I traced it.
Could be from the Jordan plantation.
Oh my God!
See, that's what ain't nobody they want to be real. We not even up on our own name.
That's why we named X the Unknown by Elijah.
Eating a strange fruit in a strange land.
Strange fruit.
I'm just saying,
it's really good fruit. It's really good. We good fruit. Don't get it wrong.
I'm saying not, but in a strange land, eating strange fruit.
Our
diet and everything has changed. Just think about it. What you had.
We wasn't even eating meat, man.
Just look at how they slop. Like how do you see them feed the pigs? Some of them movies, see the plantation, they would put the food out. You see all the kids running.
You see all the kids. About my diet.
No, I'm just saying how all the kids would be running to the little slop that they would be getting. Man, but see, they don't want that talk.
Oh, that's hard truth.
Because they don't want to say this is who they really are. That's why you can have a brother be hung down there in Mississippi, organs missing.
And all his organs missing.
Brother down there in Georgia, his family can't get no rest because somehow the video footage just stopped. That ain't a crime. Did nobody go to jail for that? You know what I'm saying?
Didn't nobody go to jail for COVID? It just didn't come.
Oh yeah, you can't talk about that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Bring that up. Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, see all this stuff you can't bring. Look at Medgar Evers. He got killed. They killed him in his driveway for getting people to register to vote. Now just think about that. We will kill your ass for you just because you want to be able to vote.
For you spreading the truth to your people. You waking up sleeping giant. That's what it was.
Facts. Just think about it. Just because you did, if you go look at the NBA players when they tell them no, shut up and dribble. Didn't nobody say nothing. Well, they shouldn't be conscious. You know what I'm saying? We pay you to damn. I can't have a conscience if I see somebody get choked out on national TV. I don't supposed to have no sympathy.
Or I can't take a new like copper. Oh, this flag
Yeah.
that I'm representing. My ancestors died under this red, white, and blue flag.
Oh, but you can't say nothing about that because what
Oh,
they're
no.
telling you. That's just like, I'm just be honest. Even with this war going on, because we say we didn't start it. Oh, if you don't go, we'll lock you up. But go do what the fuck you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you
and I didn't get no part.
Well, go ahead. Just do what you gonna do. But you know who they not mad at? You ain't mad at the man that's leading it. He was a draft dodger. But he want to go to war. But no, but I'm saying, but he a draft dodger. You think I'm gonna listen to a motherfucker who ain't went over there and did nothing? I can respect the people who went over there and done it. If you saying,
did you hear that is military people not enlisting? They saying they're not going to fight an illegal war. This is true fact.
Shit, you gonna have
a civil war.
Yeah.
They wouldn't, and you know,
if you think Trump, if they had to send Trump Jr. them over there or Don them Jr. over there to go fight that war, you think what Trump would do?
He's too tall. He gonna get hit.
He wouldn't send him over there. He'd be like, hell no. So why mine's gotta go? Yeah. I mean, all the ones who for it, send their asses back over there. I'm just saying, I don't care if you
ain't got no more.
If you can walk, you can go over there and fight that war. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I'm talking about all these Trump supporters. I want every last one of them over there.
They ain't gonna do it.
No, I want them all. I don't give a fuck if you did service and you say, "Well, no, you go back."
I don't want to hear no excuses. Told me Trump was a gangster. Man, Trump is not. Now he's seeing gangster figures in his daddy life because his daddy had to go to the gangsters to get concrete and cement back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So to be a developer and build buildings, that's what you had to go through. But he liked their power, but he couldn't stand their culture. And that's how he is. That's what a racist is. He like power. But see, power untamed is deadly. We can see it. He didn't fight, he got us in wars that we wasn't even meant to be in. Because if your intelligence and your agency was on point, they had been and got behind enemy lines and tell you the real deal. But see, when you base your stuff off of false narrative and getting people, oh, we going to war, we doing this. Now you backing down because your oil tycoon buddies, Orion said, we choking the oil. Y'all ain't getting shit.
But facts. But what it was though, Marty, what you got to look at on that, it was the complexion. Oh. Remember the NFL said they don't do politics, but they sure did it then. And all you got to look, even with Jesse Jackson, they didn't want to have him in at the line and state. Look who you got in there. Trump just said the dude that just left the one dude was over the Department Defense. I mean, I can't think of the dude that just Joe Kent who just left. Oh, now they coming out.
He told the truth.
They coming out. Oh, he was racist. Now remember this. This is what they said. The lady, his press secretary, went out there and said he was racist. Now he was racist, but y'all let him in it. But he was a part of your cabinet.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he was weak.
but he said he was racist though.
Yeah.
But now he's racist, but you let him in. We wanted to give him a chance. He was weak. Oh, he was weak. And that's what I'm saying. No different than when you see Stephen Miller, like you said. If you go listen to Stephen Miller, they don't care who they put because what it is. When you see, they see, to me, my humble opinion. And like you said, they looking at them are darker nations of color that they going after. If you go look at it, they not, you know what I'm saying? That's why they won't even say if Palestine is like, is that a genocide over there? You know why? They not going to admit, even some of their own is starting to say it's a genocide, but you know why they not going to speak on it?
Go ahead.
But they worried about what's going over in Ukraine. It's the color. I don't care what nobody say.
That's what it is.
When you get down to it, that mind state that they carrying on, this is that same one from off the plantation here in America. It hasn't changed. When they say, oh, and then they say, don't say, call me no baby killer. But if that's what you did, that's what you did.
Exactly.
If that, like dropped a bomb on a school, killed some kids.
And they know they did.
But we forget, Move 1985 in Philadelphia. Didn't they drop bombs on that?
They sure did.
Did they not drop, when they talk about 9/11 was the first terrorist attack? What the fuck did y'all think was happening in Tulsa, Oklahoma when they dropped shit down on them? What
nitroglycerin.
What was that wasn't but that wasn't a terrorist attack, because you know why?
Very terrorist.
It wasn't though because there was black people they killed.
And you know
There
what?
was kids that died in that thing too.
It was man, look, they burned us in the street and then
Hmm.
celebrated. But
Yeah.
the awesome part was, you know, Black Wall Street in Tulsa was like, it was 90 by 90 by 90 by 90. So you had 90 miles going away, 90 miles going away, 90 miles going away, 90 miles going away. All black owned businesses. I'm talking about from people you could for the least. I'm talking about
But
horse.
these people don't do this though.
No, they don't do that.
They don't do that though. They don't trip when you can go pull up Jerry Jones. How was he able to own the Cowboys? He was right there screaming, "Oh, that's when I was young, and I shouldn't have did that." But you know what that mentality popped up at when he said his team. If anyone take a knee as a slave, as the plantation owner would do, anyone take a knee, they off my team.
Come on with it, then. Space.
They off my team. But they couldn't see that when he was young. They just thought, "Oh, it just went out the way." That's why in the NFL they got the fucking Rooney Rule where you got to interview a black person. But we would let
what you call the Rooney Rule.
Yeah. You know, they had a Rooney Rule where they can sit up there.
Ahead,
that was Art Rooney, the owner of the Pittsburgh Steelers, because they weren't hiring blacks. See, these are the type of stuff they got to come up, but they'll come up with DEI hires. Oh, DEI, but y'all see when you got that, but when you got that complexion, it's justifiable.
Lord Jesus,
you know, just look how they did the Supreme Court Justice, Justice Jackson. Said she was a DEI hire. Trump has hired somebody, I think, only got a high school diploma.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but this is the stuff. But you know what? Got that complexion for that connection. We'll let it slide. You know why they let that slide? And you have people, even though I get it, they say it was the January 6th, it was the setup. I get all of that. But if it was the Black Lives Matter movement, they wouldn't have hesitated a bit putting killing on. They would have put the killing game, put it real.
Right.
But because we so used to justifying it.
Yes,
when somebody else do it, it's justifiable. They just went to the Capitol. That was it. They can go there, but you do it. You was wrong. That's why you saw what happened in California with the brother getting killed by the ICE agent. You must be coming off so
fast, man, because you going in, man.
No, I'm just saying. You look at what happened to the ICE. I mean, the brother that got killed in California on New Year's. Wow. And I talked to Republican,
yes, sir,
and Democrat. Both of them agreed. We got to wait till all the information come out because they both believe the ICE agent. But I understood it. When we got to Minnesota, that's when the Republican and the Democrat was kind of off. The Republican was still standing 10 toes down. No, they was breaking the law. They was breaking the law. Even she almost hit him. I'm like, are you serious? Oh, he had this. But see, it was you know. Because they feel like, listen, they got to get behind Trump. Trump is bringing this country back to where it's at.
Really?
This is my humble opinion, what they looking at. Then you see.
I think reverse of vice.
Listen, Black Lives Matter wouldn't have made it in the city before they would have shut that shit down. Just think about when they had the Million Man March. They said I'm just saying what people said, that was the cleanest Washington, D.C. was. But the park was. But guess what they had that Clinton had? The military ready to go. Military ready to go.
They on roofs, everything.
The military ready to go.
Everything.
But why? You know what Trump? See, don't nobody really want to tell the truth why they didn't have the military ready to go, because them was white people. Let's be honest. They didn't want to turn the guns on their own.
That's right.
That's why you can see a white person can get took down, be violent as a motherfucker out here. He can get took down, he survived. You can see a brother, his ass to die because because they see they self in them. When they arrest other people don't look like them, they don't see they self. Damn sure when they look at a Negro, they don't see they self.
They never respected us.
Thank you, Lana, for the 1999 super chat.
And we run this country back because the country was built on
slavery,
racism.
Yeah, and they don't want to admit that. They act like it's gone.
They act like they discovered it. Yeah. I ain't discovered nothing.
Right.
Only thing you discovered your ass was in the caves. That's all it was. The Caucasus Mountains, Caucasian man. That's what you discovered where you came and rolled from. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Okay. That's where you got the name Caucasus from. No, Jelly. No, I did say they gunned down two whites in Minnesota. What I was saying was, I said I had talked to a Republican and a Democrat. When the brother got killed in California, they both agreed we need to wait
to see what's going on. They took the side of the ICE agent. I said when they killed the two in Minnesota, I might have didn't say two. When I said when they killed the white in Minnesota, I said both of them, the Republican and Democrat, that's where they differed at. The Republican did say the person was wrong. The Democrat was like they was wrong for what they did. And my point was because that they differ. The Democrat, but they didn't, the Democrat didn't have that same understanding when it was the black person that happened in California. But it had an understanding in Minnesota. They said they was wrong. But but I came down to it, I was like, because they didn't see themselves in that black person. They saw more of themselves with the ICE agent, in my humble opinion. That's what I looked at it as.
No doubt. And okay, now the ICE agents at the airport, they don't got masks on. See, them ones there, they is like the real police.
Mm-hmm.
But the ones with the masks on, man, look, them people's coming from everywhere. What's their name? The racist ones. And it was what it was.
Yeah.
Now, my thing is this. It's so diabolical. It's like you can be a human trafficker. You could be the cartel and disguise yourself they disguise good. Same demonstration and kidnap people, and ain't nothing gonna be done.
Now look what Yogi G said. Only 58 to 72 years has passed since the start of the civil rights movement. That's not that long ago.
That's not long
Right.
ago.
That's why you had one lady said she remember when you had to have papers to go across Hamilton Street.
Come on now.
So let's quit acting like remember you had to have your slave papers to say that you was free.
Wow.
See, this is what I look at when you got to show you got to get you a resident. What about is you a citizen when y'all in other people's countries? That's why I don't you can't have conversation with people who have a narrow mind. Right. I was at the airport yesterday. Several ICE agents had masks on. And I got to do a shameless plug, family. I ain't going to lie. I got to do a shameless plug right here. Oh, let me take this one down. I got to do a shameless plug. Let me do a shameless plug right here. Let me do this. This is my brother. You right here. I got to do this. His daughter has written a book called Khalil's Light. You can get it on Amazon. Am I saying that right? Amazon. You can get the book on Amazon. My brother, daughter, his daughter wrote this book called Khalil's Light. Why don't y'all go help out and purchase this book, large print. I think she's a freshman in high school.
Amen.
Just purchase this book. Purchase this book. It's called Khalil's Light by Jana Sheikh Khalil. So this for my brother. I'm putting this out here. Want y'all help out and support the young lady with Khalil's Light. I mean, I'm asking you. Okay, I did. I'm gonna do it again later on today, but I'm saying
Khalil's Light.
Yeah. I'm just looking. Let me see what Mama Quill said. The TSA agent said the ICE is in the way because they don't know the system.
True.
But this is who they want. This is when you put this type of mind, when they say make America great again, in my humble opinion, they talking about when the whites when we was on the plantation.
That's what it is. It ain't no other way.
Yeah, when they had the Laughing Barrels in Carolina. I'm gonna put it on my page there.
They had the jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah, when they had the when they had, that's what I'm saying. So all this stuff that we seeing, that's why it's all, like I say, the brother down in Georgia, his mother and father can't get no what's, and their son came, organs missing. I'm just saying, they can't get no justice.
That's terrifying.
And look how long ago that was. The brother in Mississippi. Just look at the black colleges, the schools that got threatened. What happened? You know what I'm saying? But it's all right because they've been living this life for the longest, that blacks are criminal, we oversexed, all this stuff that they put on us. Then when you see they people at the top having sex with minors and they want to overlook it. You know, they want to overlook it. No, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby. What? O.J. Simpson. Huh?
Still no justice, Yogi.
But they let
we gotta take our justice.
What was her name that lied on Emmett Till? She got to die gracefully.
Oh my God.
She got to live her life out.
He looked at me.
She got to live her life out.
You see that?
But don't nobody, but they didn't want her to go to jail. Like I said, Martin Luther King got took out. We've been having people took out live in front of their people. But you know what they say?
And then Scooby do this old fake ass See, he come from television. So fake ass assassination shit. Come on, man.
But that's what they
but
allow.
you know, we think, oh, that man. Look, no. Now, no.
That's what they allow to
He's
happen.
a fraud, man. Anything to be better than the black man.
Yeah.
And the black woman.
Yeah, and then we put up
and then
excuses.
we so
oh, for sure.
Forgiving. I guess that just got God created our heart.
Oh yeah, it was burned. It was all that Rosewood. They forgot about that. What about Bronzeville, Chicago? Wherever we was at, they done done it. Oh no, we ain't forgot nothing about the inbreed. But this is the stuff that they do.
But
that's
when
why
that done it was a problem.
And look how they did that.
Oh man.
Look, but they wouldn't matter. See, listen, it was all I told y'all when Jack Johnson won the heavyweight championship.
Right.
But y'all know they went out and hung black people because they was mad. Did you know the police went up there because they didn't want to show a black? I'll go with the future one. Fuck that going back, even though that was rough. Let's go with the Malice at the Palace.
Malice at the Palace.
You know what the big problem with the Malice at the Palace was? White people was getting their ass whooped.
That part.
That's really what it was. When they down there, they cost.
Come on, Spacely.
They cost Ron Artest money.
Right.
Cost him money.
He was up in the
they
stands
wanted to prove a point.
Ass.
Yeah, prove a point. You supposed to be able to take it because they
you
fans
supposed to be on the sideline saying,
right,
yo, mom, woo, 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 woo.
Let's go to Vernon Maxwell. You got people in the stands. His daughter had just died, and he still had to show up and do his job. And you got somebody speaking about a child that you had die. I think it was stillbirth or something. You don't think he was gonna come out there and hit you in your mouth? But see what it is. See, they so used to playing. They so used to getting away, like I told you.
Kumbaya
when
bullshit.
The people they had barrels, what it's called, the laughing barrels in the Carolina, where people had to put their head on the blacks, not the whites. You couldn't laugh. Think of this: if the white man was walking on the street, I'm on the sidewalk. You had to get in the street. See, they don't want to talk about none of that right there.
Exactly.
So you can't mention that because that's part of their history. And they not gonna say, but they'll want to put it. They painted that we some savages,
hateful people.
Even when they said the Indians, they some savages. But who gave who the smallpox and blankets?
Come on now.
I'm just saying, who did look at the Tuskegee experiment? Give you syphilis and say we giving you a cure just to see how it go.
How you go?
Just see how you go.
Oh, even gave you crack.
Yeah, but you know we get. Oh, you shouldn't have used it. But what devilish mind will put something out there like that?
Well, the messenger said, "Ain't no ain't no limitation to this man evilness."
You couldn't fathom it.
You can't even fathom. You can't think how evil this man.
When you can put crack in a neighborhood, you can put crack in a community, but they won't say, "Oh, that ain't wrong." You know what they justify it? Well, I'm like, what you mean justify it? Like well, you shouldn't have used it. Wow, that's just like them giving you fake food.
Oh,
but you don't, but you eating it, but so what the government. I'm just saying this is the type of stuff that we put up with. And these people act like they don't see nothing wrong with that. It's just, it's all right. But he have a following. Trump, you got to understand, he has a following who believe this rhetoric.
Yep.
They believe that they fighting just like right now. Oh, what we in the Middle East. He put it on head accept and said Pete messed it up.
He threw Pete under the bus.
Threw Pete ass right. He drove that bus over Pete ass.
And Pete ain't shit.
But Pete took it. He's like, I don't care. I'm getting paid for it anyway.
Yeah, that's all. He gets 6 days.
To me, who they remind me of, go watch that movie, The Kingdom of Heaven, and you see how they lost it. That's who they, Renard of Chatillon, and that's who these people remind me of. Trump coming over here and saying, oh, we got a deal going on. And you in Iran saying, that ain't what we got. It's so much propaganda going on.
They said, we ain't even talk to you.
Right. So much propaganda going on.
We ain't talk to you.
Right.
You lying
and then,
demon.
And you got the rich people like, who gonna hurt the most?
And the market's going up and down.
Yeah. Like
man, this is corruption at its fullest. Make Obama look like shit. He was in top line.
They knew what they was doing. Man, they knew what they was doing. They couldn't fathom the stuff that they got going on. God himself will have to stop these fools. Just think about it. But they want to know who's a killer. Why do we have to have certain seasons for deers? Why we have to have certain seasons for this? Because you will kill until there's no more killing left.
Won't be none on the planet.
Right. You had to even write laws how to be civilized to us. But these ain't the ones who shaped this wussing thing. Just think about it. But see, when we go to talking like that, I go to bringing that up, people get mad. But they'll
Well, that's
tell
called
you the
people
black
ain't studied.
man, yeah,
That's
they'll
called
tell you
people
that.
ain't studied, man. And we gotta call a spade a spade. The only reason people get mad is because people ain't studied or it ain't been abreast to them. Wow, like you coming off cloud nine saying this. No, this in books that you didn't read.
That's why you got people still saying that the 9/11 people came in, learned how to fly.
That shit was all planned, man.
Hey, but I'm just saying, but this just show you how gullible people
It's just
is.
like what Trump just did,
Yeah.
killing the people in the boats.
Yeah.
Ain't no dope.
Yeah, saying it was dope, and then when they said what no dope
you
in
go
no boat.
kidnap a president.
Right.
You go in the country, kidnap a president, and it is what it is. But
Yeah.
oh man, come on, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but you got people, yeah, we going over there. When they see them bodies start coming back,
That's sad, man.
but they don't, the people at the top don't care about it because it's not
we
their
We
kids.
expendable.
Just think about with Agent Orange. When they dropped that shit down, hit some of their own people with it. Remember, I know people, parents had caught Agent Orange, man, from the military. Like they didn't care.
They didn't care.
They don't care.
Right.
They don't just give me your 18-year-old. We'll go over here. We're gonna just think about Pat Tillman. He got killed. It was in friendly fire. Found out we did it our damn self.
And I'm saying, look, now they finna have the no kings.
For what?
I'm thinking, well, I mean, it's like this. The people is this, whenever the people are dissatisfied, the people mourn.
Yeah.
And so the people mourning. So over here, that's the way we have to do it. Is so we ain't with that bull stuff.
Yeah.
So you got all nationalities. I'm talking about, it might be 10 million people around the globe. I ain't counting out the country that's dissatisfied. You know what I'm saying? So I know to the masses or to those rich people, it don't matter. They're gonna say that. But I'm gonna tell you, this thing is gonna backfire because this where we at. Even though their forefathers, they had wisdom to know the difference. That they didn't want nothing to happen here. Because it's written down. They didn't want no king here. Because they've been battling that up there, even though
that's why they was mad at Britain.
Exactly. Even though they was king, because you made a policy that was true, but then here you is got people in servitude and slavery. And matter of fact, it was worse than slavery because every nationality had slaves, but this chattel slavery was something different.
Yeah, it was never seen in the annals of
history. Come on, man. I'm talking about me and Mickey can't get into what it is because the people that's old in the chat, y'all know, y'all don't know. Look up chattel slavery and see what it was. It's what it was. And get the book Willie Lynch. Y'all need to find out what Willie was telling them on the banks of Virginia. On the banks, they was meeting like they meet now. They go through the G7, the G20. See, this is what Willie Lynch did. He brought them on the shores of Virginia and he kicked it with them and said, "This is what you do. Because over here in England, I'm successful at doing this.
Right.
And if you do this properly, it will last for generations." This was real.
But you have blacks say it ain't real.
Man, this wasn't no myth.
Listen, I agree with you.
I know.
I'm looking at Sheila. She said, and their offspring carried that Agent Orange was caused birth defects as a result of it.
God.
I had a student that was a result of Agent Orange. Facts, but you know what? They didn't care about that. Do you know the mind that a person come back when they be saying they have PTSD? This just show you how crazy the people is when they bring them back. Them kids be fucked up when they be coming back.
Straight up, man.
They bring them back, man.
Because they train you to be a murderer.
Right.
So you going in slaughtering people.
Right. They minds be fucked up when they come back here on all type of drugs, and then they get mad because they like, you can't call me this.
My late wife nephew went to
man, I remember
he from the military, and he say he can't even adapt to this society.
Man, I'm telling you, man, my uncle,
he don't even like being out.
The 4th of July, because he's still living, so he didn't. We didn't celebrate it over there with him. He couldn't handle it.
Right.
But see, they don't tell you about that. People having shakes. Of course, they probably have suicide. But see, they don't want to say where really that suicides come from. See, they don't want to talk the real shit. That if you put somebody in this type of environment,
Yes, sir.
what you think you doing to their mind right out of high school,
Yes, sir.
they don't even, he supposed to be trying to figure what the fuck life going on.
Fact.
But yet you drop him in another country
Oh,
with a
man.
gun and he supposed to survive. Hell, you don't think the people that be in this, why you think when people be living in the hood, they want to get out?
Man, my
They don't want to be trapped in the jungle, seeing shootouts and all this. If it can affect you on a small level, can you imagine where you dropped off in the kill zone?
My uncle told me when he went to Vietnam, he was sentenced to Vietnam. See, back then in the early 70s and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
you get in trouble, they'll send you. Ain't no walk in, you walking voluntarily. No, they will send you. So he got sentenced to 3.5 to Vietnam. He said after he came home, he met me. He had his whole life on projectors.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, nephew, they was coming out the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you taught to fight head up. There they go. These people coming out the ground, they didn't dig in the ground. Where they coming out the ground on you.
Yeah, my uncle said they used to be,
man.
They would be feeding them in the morning,
yeah,
and killing them in the evening.
And Unc got strung out on that heroin.
Yeah, they didn't tell you that part. Go watch.
He told me.
Watch Dead Presidents.
Yeah, that's some real stuff.
But they ain't gonna tell you how they came back with habits neither.
Man,
but see, that's the stuff they leave that little type of stuff out there.
Thank God he broke it coming back. But I'm saying that just to get over it. I could just imagine what my daddy went through in the Second Korean War. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Do y'all remember Soldier Story?
I do.
Go watch that movie and look how they was getting treated back then.
Hamburger Hill.
I'm just saying, but how the blacks was getting treated.
Terrible.
Go look when they were saying how they learned. Yeah, you're right. Whoever put that, the Five Bloods, when they said how they learned about where they was able to call black niggas, what they got that from. That was from the whites. But see, but one thing I learned when they talk about we don't have self accountability.
Hit that like button, y'all.
Yeah, look who really don't have self accountability. Look who going. You had one of your generals talking when they was trying to, when they was giving what was the Strong Thurman when they was honoring his ass. Oh, that was the time back then. See, in their mind, they didn't see nothing really wrong with that. I'm gonna be honest with you. They didn't see nothing wrong with that. The black and white dynamic makeup of America. They don't see nothing wrong with that. That's why you can have. Look, they use the Bible to justify their slavery.
Lord,
if we gonna put it out there. Got any last words on? We gotta get out of here.
Happy Resurrection Day, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, and to our soul sister Winnie. Happy Passion Week. And you know what? With your good shampoo selling. You know what it is.
I don't know how
we love you.
I'm not gonna argue with people about that, but you die and come back. Ain't nobody died and came back.
I ain't
from
heard nothing from my
mama.
mama.
And like I say, Easter next week, right?
Right.
So it's in March.
They changed it.
Yeah, it was in April last year, but it's in March.
It might be on the 4th of July next year.
You never know.
Because of the Trump,
you never
make
know.
His own holiday.
And that's not 3 days, family.
It's not 3 days.
Friday. If you die at 1 o'clock on Friday to Saturday at 1 o'clock, depending if it's PM, 24 hours. 24 hours in a day.
But you also got to understand this time here in America was different than the time in the East.
No, I'm just saying 24 hours, 24 hours. 24 hours.
If
you die Friday at 5 o'clock, and then as soon as it turns Saturday, that's not 24 hours. I'm just saying. But y'all go ahead. Believe in that paganism. I see y'all tomorrow on $5 Friday. I'll see y'all back this afternoon.
Love y'all.
Too.
Peace.
Peace, family.
Peace.
Yeah.